Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. With a spot in the Super Bowl on the line, everything is on the line in today's conference championship matchup. It's the Giants going up against the Lions. With that, let's welcome in our fine broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, first opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit. Coming up, it's a battle to represent. The NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the New York Giants and the Detroit Lions. They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He's got a man complete. First down coming there on the intermediate passing play. That's been a point of emphasis, they told us in practice, using those medium routes to keep the defense off balance.
And it wasn't just them telling us. We got to watch them practice it and work on it because they've been trying to fine-tune it and get it right before this game. And I think they have to be happy with the result.
Fresh set of downs here. Now a first down throw. Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And it's possible that today the most important group could be the linebackers.
Yeah, the second level, as we like to call them, right? Defensive front has to control things, but the linebackers, they do more than clean up. They help create big plays.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. Out to the left, it's complete to Dyson. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Third down at 8 now. Throwing on 3rd down. Stafford stays on his feet. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. So they get the ball first here in front of the home crowd under the lights, and they get 3 points out of it.
And there's something about a night game, isn't there? A little extra snap, a little extra crisp in the air. What a terrific way to get things started. A little extra excitement, a little extra dazzle for the home crowd.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Surveying the field. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. A very solid gain of 27. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. And here are the defensive starters. In your old position, you get to talk about the secondary.
The best athletes on the field, Brandon.
Debatable.
Well, we'll see how this goes today. I love the way you put my guys down. But you know this. They've got to cover, and they have to tackle. They have a heck of a task in front of them in this game.
Back to throw again. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to let... This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Stephon Diggs, 51 yards. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. And his kick is right through. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point...
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. And you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On second down, here's Stafford. This is Bell on the dump-off. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
A long way to go for the offense here on 3rd down. 3rd and long. It's Stafford. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. And the Giants ready to come out now. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the side.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They come up in an offset eye. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. So the Lions go backwards there, and unfortunately that's something they saw a lot in 2015. They had the fewest rushing yards of any team in the NFL.
And it's one of those dubious titles that no one really wants to claim. Even teams who say, well, don't worry about running it because we throw it all the time. Being able to run it when you want to is a key to success in the NFL, and Detroit struggled doing that.
Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. A screen to Bell. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Defense showing blitz. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep, and that's caught inside the 30. Give him 27 yards that time. And it'll be 1st down Lions.
Brandon, in our meeting with the coaches prior to this game, we heard them talk about the opportunity for the deep pass. They've got a receiver who can sprint out wide. They wanted to make sure they had a chance to get it to him and loosen up the defense.
Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. And no escaping this time as he'll go. Down. They got him for a sack. To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. And that's off the mark, incomplete. He was looking to hit his running back, Le'Veon Bell, that time. And it's 3rd down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball, and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And that is incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
And this one is right down the middle. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense, and over the post.
Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with the football here as we begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a second and short yardage to start things out. He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Well, they brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
They'll set up to throw. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And Detroit getting set to go now. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
They come up with one running back. That's Bell. Back to throw. Stafford. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And you would have to think an obvious passing situation here on 3rd and 9. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Josh Doxson, and it brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Brad Nortman on to punt it away. This is taken at the 15. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The New York set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Back to throw. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. A good pickup there of 22. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. The offensive line and its ability to open holes in this defensive front, something they were confident they could create in this game. Got the job done there, picked up the first.
And something they wanted to do. Have we ever met offensive linemen that don't want to fire out and hit people? I mean, they love the running game. Guys want to do that, and when you emphasize it, practice it, and work on it, that gives you an opportunity during the game.
Now a carry for the fullback here. This is Will Johnson. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Come on, let's go.
Looking to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He loses 4, and it brings up 4. So the Giants now are going to turn it over to their field goal unit. And this one, a 41-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. Now, that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense, hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll be back with more in the NFC title bout after this. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On 2nd down, here's Stafford. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Stafford. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
2nd and 10, Stafford again. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
That was was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. On first down, Stafford here. And a quick throw here that's complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And a nice gain at 21 yards. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On first and 10, Stafford. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll make it a second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Here's Stafford. This is Bell on the dump off. And he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Stafford now to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. 26 yards on the pickup there. And the Lions are going to have it first and goal. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the offense has it first and 10.
He's checking Craig. Hey, 180. Joker. Hey, Red. Slam. Zebra. Kill.
On first down, it's Stafford. This will be caught at about the 5. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Now Stafford on third and goal. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Eric Ebron in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions have got it back to a 1-score game. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. So this guy's just sitting there, right? He's got like 30 hot dogs in front of him. And what's that? Apparently we're back. Okay, so Larry's halftime show got cut off. Sorry, we were doing story time here in the booth. We are ready, though, for the third quarter. And now out come the Giants. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else. Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Back to throw here. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
It's third down, 6 yards to go for the offense. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Rolling to his left. And this is going to be incomplete.
And that one was knocked away, and I think the defender's going to be a little upset with themselves. They made the play on the football, but that one felt like a forced pass by the quarterback. Thought he had someone open. He really wasn't. Maybe an example of having too much confidence in his receiver that no matter what, I'm going to throw it to him. And that was a play made by the defense, and it could have been a bigger one.
This is brought in at the 21. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Lions will take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. They go play action here on first down. He sets to fire deep. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Throwing is Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. Taking it right down Broadway. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. So out now come the Lions. They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. See if they stay on the ground for second down.
22. 180.
On second down, here's Stafford. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
Let's go! Ryan 38!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and they're going to face a third down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Taken in at the 22. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will come back onto the field with a 1st and 10. And Detroit getting set to go now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Everything about that play was beautiful. A great corner route where the receiver worked the defensive back inside and then broke back to the outside to the corner.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions able to get this back within a touchdown. Stafford's going to try and throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film. The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
They come out here in the eye. Back now at Ford Field. Back to throw now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? What a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. 2 yards to go here on third down. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. He'll look to throw, and he fends him off. It's Hill, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll drop to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Their big tight end. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants add on to their lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone. Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Second and 10, Stafford again. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Here's Brad Nortman now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. It's taken to the 26. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They'll come out in the pistol.
Come on, let's go! Ohio! 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 Flex round! Flex round! Ohio!
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line. In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Trying to lay one up deep. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And Detroit getting set to go now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. After the interception, here's Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. Dodson with a grab over the middle. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. And quickly they get to the line. Back to throw, Stafford. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on, and it's 2nd down. 2nd down following the incompletion. Back to the air. Stafford on 2nd down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. A gain of 4 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
Stafford now to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. From the 50, it's Stafford. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, they went for the big play there.
And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Hey, tag 32. Set, blue 60. Hey, 20, blue 60.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. Looking left side, and it's complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. And now a first down following that long gain. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Throwing is Stafford. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
2nd and 10, Stafford again. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. Very tough spot here for the offense to start.
Let's go. Ohio. Ohio. Black round. Ohio. Ohio.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Still 9 yards to go on 3rd down. And the D looking like they may blitz. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And the Giants send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. He'll take it at the 42. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And New York set to take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again.
Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And they still need 8 yards for the first here on 2nd down.
Here we go. Grand 38. Grand 38.
And again this time to the tailback. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Big boys down there in the trenches in a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
A nickelback added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. And they'll run it here. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
They said beginning of the year, they set a lofty goal, Charles, of getting to the Super Bowl. They fell one step short of that.
Oh, and that's going to hurt for a long time. That's going to be a big one for the offseason. Their goal now has to be not to wallow in it, but to use it as fuel for next year. Better offseason conditioning, great OTAs and minicamp. You know as well as I do, they'll have T-shirts.